Thank you, Dan. All right, in New York City, council member Ruben Diaz under fire after he got attacked for what some say were anti-gay comments. He said, quote, the city council was controlled by the homosexual community. Our own Nate Rodgers caught up with Councilman Diaz to get the other side of the story. Nate?
Bill, Diaz tells me his statement is being taken out of context. He says he was actually acknowledging the power within the LGBTQ community. Now, the Bronx councilman says he lost influence after voting against same-sex marriage during his time in the Senate. Right now, he's working on legislation for taxi drivers and needs allies.
I need allies, people that could help me out with the gay community to introduce my bill and to support my bill and to work with me in favor of the taxi industry.
In a tweet, his own son, Brooklyn Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., called his father's sentiments, quote, antagonistic, quarrelsome, and wholly unnecessary.
He's being violated. He has no freedom of speech? He has no freedom of religion?
Right now, my lawyer right now, he's gay.
Now, Bill, Diaz is also a Pentecostal pastor. He says although he opposes same-sex marriage, he has family members and staffers who are gay. Anthony Campbell is gay and calls Diaz very loving.
And I got a full scholarship from the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, $60,000 because of the advocating of this agency.
New York City Council Speaker Corey Johnson tweeted, we're currently reviewing all potential disciplinary scenarios. Nothing is off the table. In New York, I'm Nate Rodgers for Chasing News.
Thank you, Nate. All right, let's bring in tonight's A-plus panel. We are joined by Republican strategist Allison Young. Good to see you, Allison.
Thanks, Bill.
And radio talk show host Garland Nixon. Good to see you, Garland.
Good to see you.
All right. He's standing by what he said because he's talking about the homosexual community as a political influence. And they are united to block him on things that he says will help the city. What do you think? Should he resign? Should he apologize? He seems to be standing firm.
He is standing firm. It couldn't hurt for him to apologize, but does he have to? I don't think so. This is somebody that he's opposed politically. They're now opposing him, so they're at odds. But can we just get out of the identity of this? Can we just get out of attacking one another because we're groups and actually start talking about the ideas that we don't like?
Garland, I mean, this goes back to his vote in the Senate. He was against gay marriage. I mean, he is a Christian pastor. It does stand to reason on his religious beliefs. Is this attacking this guy falsely saying he's anti-gay when he'll tell you firsthand he's not?
Well, he may not be, but here's what I say. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. He has made a very specific claim. And I would say, regardless of whether he apologizes, before we go any further, prove it. Give us the evidence for that claim. And if you can't give us the evidence, then yes, he should resign. But if he's going to make that kind of claim in public, then he needs to stand up to it and he needs to say, here's my evidence.
Does some of the evidence come to pass because gay members, including the speaker, are going after him, saying, you know, you shouldn't have said this, you need to apologize? Some are now saying he should, in fact, resign.
And then tomorrow, everyone's going to be complaining about something else. So I think he doesn't resign. If he doesn't apologize, this probably blows over. And tomorrow we're all outraged about something else.
Do you think we're seeing the end of identity politics? You've got the Virginia governor standing firm, not resigning over blackface, which you would think, even as soon as a few months ago, somebody would have resigned over. Are we getting to the end of it, or is it getting worse?
Well, I think we're looking at different things here. It's one thing to look at something that somebody did 35 years ago. I can excuse that. I wouldn't want to be held responsible for what I did 35 years ago, but this is current and he's made a specific claim. And I think we can be held responsible, particularly politicians, when they make a claim that specific.
Okay, thanks guys.